All right, we're back with another maps tips video. So hunting season's coming up. So we want to make sure you have all your offline maps downloaded on GOHUNT Maps before you get in the field. So I'm going to walk through quickly how easy that process is. Basically, when it comes to GOHUNT Maps, you can think of our process as a two-step process. You have state layers, and then you have your satellite and topographic layers. So satellite and topographic layers will be downloaded by zooming in and out on the extent that you're looking to download. Usually will download it. It'll again save your satellite topo, and then your custom GOHUNT topo will be downloaded all at once. We don't have any low resolution, medium resolution, high resolution maps. Everything you download for offline is going to be high resolution. Just makes it a little bit easier. And you'll see when you download too, you have to download a certain size at a time, but you can zoom in and zoom out on the map to your area to get that downloaded. And then the other step is very important to download as well. That's going to be your state layers. So when you download your state layers, you're basically downloading all the layers for that entire state. So no matter what part of the state you're in, you'll have those important layers. Those are going to be all your public land layers, private land layers, unit boundaries, wildfires, water, road density, et cetera, et cetera. Everything you need when you're offline, you're going to need all those layers. So we give you to all in a complete state package. Process is super easy. It's probably take you, maybe 5 minutes to download all your stuff. We're going to walk you through that right now in GOHUNT Maps. All right, so downloading offline satellite and topographic maps and state layers. We're going to walk through that process right now. So you can see here I got GOHUNT Maps pulled up. First thing I like to do before heading out in the field, I like to make sure I have all the state layers downloaded. So just go into library. And right here's going to be a big giant list of all the states. You can expand the toolbar up and you can literally scroll through it. I like to favorite all my states. A little tip here so you can jump into favorites. And that way you can access all your states that you're normally hunting quite often. I want to walk through here quickly what these little icons mean on the side. So if you have an arrow pointing down with a line underneath it, that means you have not downloaded that state layer package. And again, state layers are all those, public, private, unit boundaries, roads, trails, wildfires, water, et cetera, et cetera. And once you download these, you'll have all those layers for the entire state, which is really handy. The circle with the check mark, that means I've already downloaded those certain state layers. And if you actually have I don't have any on here right now, but if you have a half circle arrow, that means we have made updates to that state layer, and we would suggest you download those new updates before you go in the field. I'm just going to jump in here to the state I have, for example. So I'm going to download California. So you tap on the little download arrow, get a little box that pops up in the bottom. You want to download all. This is a really quick process. Once the download starts going, you actually can jump into it here if you needed to. You can start turning on your layers if you want. This is where you would favorite your state. And you just gotta wait for the state layers to download. The other good reason here while we're sitting here talking about this is you can see here I'm on Wi-Fi. I highly recommend, since these can be a little bit larger file sizes, definitely download them on Wi-Fi before you get out in the field. You don't want to be like, hey, I'm at the trailhead right now. I have 1 bar service and I'm trying to download 1 gigabyte, of a state layer, or you're trying to download a bunch of your satellite and topo layers. So definitely do this on Wi-Fi. Okay, once it's downloaded, you'll see it says downloaded and has a little check with a little circle around it. So that is all of our state layers. Again, all these are what we consider all the state layers. Again, all those important items when you're out in the field. So now when you're running around across the state, you have access to all those. So you quickly check, public, private, unit boundaries, that sort of thing. So that's gonna be really, really handy. Okay, so again, when you're doing GOHUNT Maps for offline use, I always like to think of this as a two-step process. We download the state layers, and now this next part is gonna be downloading your satellite, topo, and GOHUNT custom topo maps. So there's 2 ways to do it. You can tap in the library, you can go to offline maps, you can tap the plus button right there to download an offline map. I feel like the easier way is to access the toolbar. It could be on the right or left, depending on your settings. But if you tap that plus button, up here at the top, you're gonna have new map. You wanna tap on that. And then now you'll see here, it'll have a file size. So if you try to download a really large area, it'll say zoom in, because you have to zoom in pretty much underneath 1 gigabyte. So right there, 975 megabytes. I could download the extent of this phone right now. So it's the whole phone is that it would download. For this example, we're just gonna zoom in. So we're gonna download this, 180 megabytes, full extent of the phone. This orange box will be highlighted when you can download your map, when you're underneath that 1 gigabyte size. So tap on that, click download, and your download's gonna start. It's actually a really fast process. You wanna keep your phone open when you're downloading this. Don't go to any other apps or anything like that. You can see the progress tracking of the satellite download. And then your topo and GOHUNT topo will be pending until the satellite one downloads. Just gotta sit here and wait for a little bit and your offline map will be downloaded. Okay, now at the top you'll see map download completed. Shows it's downloaded. You could edit the name if you wanted to. Usually I just kind of leave that one the same. Right now I'll kind of show you a little tip too. So right now I have the map boundaries turned on. This just makes it easier if right now I say, oh, I missed downloading this other area where I had some elk spotted. I could download another map right there. To turn those on, you can go into your profile, tap on map settings. Then right here, you're going to want to show map outlines. When that is on, that's going to show you those map outlines. That's going to be a really big thing. That way you can stack them on top of each other. So now I could move to the edge, download this another section right now, and that way I can cover all the areas in the unit that I want to potentially go hunting or potentially scout. One last big tip before you go out in the field is you want to test to make sure everything is downloaded. It's just a good safety measure to do. To test it, you can force your phone into airplane mode several different ways. The easiest one, we have a button up on here. If you tap on that, now it says you are offline. It has the orange box up on top. So now I can double and triple check that, hey, I have my satellite layer downloaded. You can go back into the library, go to your layers, tap on the state you're in, and then I could turn on government land, for example, and that should be showing up. That way you ensure that I have all the state layers and again your satellite and topo layer. So that's a quick walkthrough of how to download state layers and satellite and topo layers for offline use using GOHUNT Maps. Have any questions, drop them below. Super easy process, take you a few minutes to download all the areas you want to, and then you're off to the races and you get out and do some hunting, do some scouting. Best of luck this fall.